Water is dying. This is a story of a city on the brink and what we must do to save it.
Bengaluru on the verge of complete water depletion? We are Project Neeru, a Millennium Fellowship cohort of 13 dedicated fellows united to tackle the water scarcity crisis in Bengaluru, India. We are committed to advancing Sustainable Development Goals 6, 13, and 14. But to understand the depth of the crisis, we must first look at the city itself.
Bengaluru, India's Silicon Valley, sits 900 meters high on the Deccan Plateau, with hard rock geology that limits groundwater recharge. Once home to over 280 cascading lakes, only 15 remain today. The city now depends on the Kaveri River, over 100 kilometers away, for water.
Bengalore's water scarcity is caused by rapid urbanization, depleting groundwater, and reducing lakes due to encroachment and pollution. Untreated sewage contaminates water, while inefficient management and the distant Kaveri River adds pressure. Erratic rainfall and climate change worsen the crisis.
Bengaluru's water scarcity impacts millions, with the population growing from 500,000 in the 1950s to 12.3 million in 2021. Groundwater levels have dropped by up to 30 meters, while lakes like Belandur, Vartur, and more are polluted with toxic foams. Nearly 30% of residents rely on costly tanker water, a 1,000 crore market annually, fueling the rise of tanker mafia.
I'll call you back later. With the root problem now understood, we wanted to answer the question: what role does lake rejuvenation and rainwater harvesting play in combating the water scarcity issue faced by Bengaluru? To solve this, we contacted over 30 companies, NGOs, and activists for insights, cold emailing and calling various experts in these fields to explore a sustainable solution for the city's water scarcity.
That's when we connected with Mr. V. Ramprasad, co-founder of Friends of Lakes, who works on lake rejuvenation in Bengaluru and beyond. Our mission was clear: study the Anekal region and identify a lake to restore. Anekal faces a critical water scarcity issue. Demand already exceeds supply, with agriculture consuming over 90% of available water. In the south-southeast, overexploitation of groundwater has intensified the pressure. Groundwater quality, poor in 2010, has improved by 2022, but areas like Singasandra still face contamination. Urban land use has nearly doubled from 2010 to 2022, leading to heightened water stress and increased encroachment on lakes. Urgent measures are needed to address these challenges and safeguard Anikal's water future.
Our second task was to find a government-owned lake in Atibel 1, Anikel, between 1 to 1.5 acres. Here's how you do it. First, go to the Karnataka's land records site, click Revenue Maps, then choose Bengaluru Urban, Anikel Taluk, and Atibel 1. From the village list, note down lake survey numbers and translate them. Then use View RTC and MR to check the land details for lakes owned by the government or as a part of Kharab B. We found one lake in Belleru that met the criteria, but it was encroached by a hospital. Expanding our search across Anikel, we found 13 more lakes, only to find all were overtaken by bus stands, schools, and other buildings. It's really alarming. What will be left of Bengaluru's lakes?
Through the NGO, we met Captain Santosh Kumar, ex-army officer and current GST Assistant Commissioner of Police in Bangalore, who is also an activist against lake encroachment. At his office in Chandrapura Circle, he explained the cascading lake system, a natural water flow connecting lakes across elevation that recharges them and eventually flows from the pumping station near HSR layout through multiple lakes to the neighboring state of Tamil Nadu. Using RTC map, we studied how lakes link together, inlet from the nearby lake and catchment areas, while two outlets, a sluice gate and a wasteweir, manage water flow. Primary drains called Raja Kalve ensure connectivity with a single burned embankment to preserve inflow.
Comparing RTC and Google Earth maps of the Singna Agrahara Lake, which Captain Sir rejuvenated, we discovered an inlet blocked by a road, risking local flooding. Historical maps of the lake can also be used to study the onset of encroachment. For practical study, we decided to travel to the lake. and use the Dishank GIS app to examine water pathways. We also found evidences of toxic waste inflow in different areas of the lake, like dead fishes. Nearby Chandrapura Lake showed hyacinth blooms from pollution, which shows a need for a sewage treatment plant over a pollution reducing plant alone.
Intrigued by the idea of using tools to analyze Bengaluru's lakes, we challenged ourselves to build a model with the Bengaluru Lake monthly water quality reports from the Open City Urban Data Portal. Using the August 2024 report, we explored lakes and their water quality parameters. To visualize this, we geocoded the data and built a GIS model showing varying concentrations of dissolved O2, sulfate, pH, and more. We also created a pollution score by normalizing and weighing key parameters, classifying lakes into high, medium, or low pollution. Despite some accuracy issues, it was a great starting point.
A week later, we witnessed the dark reality of lake pollution. Corporates aiming to cut costs release untreated toxic waste during heavy rains, which flows into lakes, mainly Chandapura Lake. This causes intense frothing that spills into Tamil Nadu, blocking roads and disrupting traffic. Farmers and livestock are affected, relying on the polluted water for drinking and farming. While there have been long-standing cases in Krishnagiri, the issue often tends to go unnoticed till it hits posh areas like Bengaluru or Chennai. The local community needs to stand up for itself. Only then will NGOs or activists be able to incorporate the truth.
This pushed us to take action for our local community near our university campus before things spiraled further. That's when we met Mr. Daksh VS, founder of Twin Glacier Foundation, who's passionate about lake protection and education. We partnered with the NGO to rejuvenate the now barren Veerasandra Lake, right next to our campus, spanning 13.5 acres. Currently, we're in the planning and funding phase, working to secure funds from multiple companies totaling crores. Rejuvenation begins in January, with Phase 1 focusing on demarcation, desilting, and bundling, where we'll assist with research and as volunteering partners. We'll also build recharge pits at a government school and public borewell to help improve groundwater levels, aiming to impact 500 plus people. We'd be visiting the NGO's previous recharge pits drive locations next week to study the process practically.
To understand the recharge pits in detail and explore the concept of livelihood interlinked with sustainability, we decided to visit Vadarapalya, an ancestral well digging community. The village is self-sufficient in water through wells and ponds, and their skills now support Bengaluru's rising demand for recharge pits. In collaboration with Biome Environmental Trust, they deploy teams of 20 to 30 workers to construct around 300 recharge pits monthly, each costing about 35,000 rupees and taking 2 to 3 days to complete.
They identify suitable sites based on existing wells and soil conditions using both modern equipment and traditional gas detection methods. With increasing water scarcity, the wells now go up to 40 feet deep, way more than the past. The woman explained that before alternate livelihoods, this was their sole surviving option. Today, while modern machinery means that they are no longer reliant on digging, the community takes immense pride in their heritage, hoping to pass it on even as their children take up jobs in the cities.
At the end of our study, we came to a stark realization. Our community depends upon making livelihood sustainable. The corporate, the government, and the local people have to come together now to take stronger initiatives and smarter regulations to protect our future. If we don't act today, tomorrow may be too late.
Our project was a wild ride, just college kids trying to make sense of the world, almost falling into lakes, getting stranded, and meeting incredible people along the way. Changing the world is daunting, but you can start small. Grab some friends, take that first step, and remember, help is just a call away. So, what are you waiting for? Start now.